Over the last 60 years, an estimated $1 trillion has gone to Africa in the form of aid. Since 2005, an even greater focus has been put on increasing aid to Africa. But people still wonder, all this money, what is there to show for it? Is the need for more aid justified? African Monitor was formed in 2006 to monitor development funding commitments, delivery and impact on the grassroots, and to bring additional African voices to the development agenda. We have found that aid has been vital for the survival of millions of Africans. It has also supported education, health, food production, clean water, and environmental protection, to mention just a few. However, Africa still faces a serious resource gap to bring about sustainable economic and social development. Not all commitments that have been made have been fulfilled, and those which have been delivered have not adequately targeted the priorities of those most in need. In 2008, African Monitor collaborated with partner organizations to conduct research and public hearings in the continent of Africa. According to these people, chronic hunger and youth unemployment emerged as the most pressing issues.
For me, the surprise was that having been part of the poverty hearings in 1998, where the majority of the people who came to the hearings were middle-aged to elderly, this time around, in 2008, the majority were young people. It told me one or two things. One, that there's a concern among the young people that things are just not working right. Secondly, that we held our hearings during the course of the week, which means that young people were neither at work nor at school. But thirdly, and most importantly, what frightened me are the levels of anger, the levels of frustration among young people, which I had not experienced before.
Along these priorities, African Monitor assesses the extent to which these issues have been given priority by donors and African governments. Clearly, there is still a big disconnect between the resources needed and those provided, lived experiences and priorities set by African governments and their partners. However, not all hope is lost. There are now a number of countries in Africa, such as Malawi, that have successfully given priority to subsistence farming.
I think what Malawi has done confirms what we have always said, that where there is political will, things begin to happen. The president of Malawi made a statement that I'm not a president who's going to go around begging for food. And so he did a number of things. One, he increased the budget for agriculture to 14%. And as a result of that, there was a turnaround within 3 years from a deficit to a surplus. And secondly, he concentrated on small farmers and women. And thirdly, made subsidies available in terms of enabling people to get the necessary seeds, the advice that they needed.
African Monitor has since made smallholder agriculture a top priority for its advocacy and change facilitation work. Likewise, getting the African youth into productive work should be put high on the development agenda. Let us work together for a better African continent.